Welcome to the Five-Star Football League's Spartan Television 101 class. We're going to talk about technology and using technology with your particular team and doing it for little to no cost. That's kind of the theme for today. Our team appearance, how we're going to inform the casual fan or observer, and how to do this at low cost or even to no cost at all. Stuff that you may already have that you don't realize that you could use. We're going to talk about two aspects: the website, how to make dynamic graphics and photos, and how to make the information accessible. Once again, we're not going to go too much into detail. We're just going to give you a brief idea on how we do things, how we do things at a low cost. Video, no cost video editing. All you need is a camera and a computer. A lot of the programs that we're going to talk about already are on most computers, and you probably have it already and not know it. The idea, the purpose behind this thing is to allow you to represent your product in the best way, fashion possible. And by that, we spend so much money on uniforms and these other things that, quite frankly, a very small segment of the population that follow your team are really paying attention to. New uniforms are absolutely great, but at the end of the day, most people that are going to be learning about the New York Spartans are people that are going to go through the website. Here's a basic breakdown of how we're gonna do things today. On the left side, you'll see we're going to talk about the photos and the website itself, kind of how things lay out or what have you. Just some ideas on what you should be thinking about and what your website should be conveying. With the photos, that particular graphic that you see up on the screen, the Gridiron Elite TV logo, the photo of the television, the outer side box was taken off of Google. The Gridiron Elite TV was the lettering was done using Microsoft Office Word, as you can see, by using WordArt, and the picture was saved as a PNG file. As you see at the bottom, it's a higher quality of photo. That's why it comes across like that and it kind of pops out, and that was done basically with a regular digital camera, and the whole entire graphic cost very little to actually no money at all, and that's kind of the theme for today, is how to get a professional appearance for very little money. Now this website, pardon that I'm an Eagles fan, but this gives you an example of what we want to do with our website. As you can see at the top is a link to the league for the other teams. We're not in a vacuum in this thing. You want to get a link to other teams so that your fans and the people that follow you are going to kind of circulate throughout the league or what have you, especially following teams that are going to be on your schedule. And in return, you'll get a lot more traffic to your site as well as it's going through the ranks or what have you. There's a standard menu with essential info, your roster, your game dates, directions on how to get to your facilities, things like that, and video, which is kept current whether you're in season or out of season. It should be something current so that people say, oh wow, this is something new, so that they're going to click on those things and kind of manipulate themselves through their website. This is the Spartan website. Like I said, we don't do this perfectly, but it works for us. We have a headline, a banner that has an eye-catching pop-out type of logo. That logo was all done for free using Microsoft Office editor, and the digital image standard 2006 editor came directly on my computer. Didn't have to pay anything for it, and just with fidgeting with that, I created that banner. Headline news. This gives you an idea of from the banner, this updated information on what's going on with the team. The headline news photo that you see, we try to change that between 3 times a week and 4 times a week when we're in season. We try to essentially change it every day, because that major piece is what's going to make people know that you update your site on a daily basis, and that's what's going to keep them coming back, because they know that the information is going to change. The video box on the right side tells you, that once again, that your technology thing is up. We also have, as you can see on the right side, on the right column, besides the current information for our game, we have current information for out-of-town games or games that are within our league. So people that are not only observers to us, but observers to the whole entire league can follow us. So you want to have your updated information on where your game's going to be, so if they're thinking about coming out to the game, they can come out to the game. Basic stuff that you need to know in that: the time, the location. Your location should be in directions somewhere on your website, and also the costs, because for better or for worse, a lot of people come to the gate not knowing how much money the admission fee is. we try to keep people informed as much about what's going on with the league as our particular team, because the league is what gives the teams credibility, and the stronger that the league is, whether it be the weakest team in the league, is essentially what's going to be driving this thing. If your weakest team is pretty strong compared to other leagues, you're going to be very successful. This is an example of our weekly television show, our internet television show called Spartan Weekly. We've tried to get ourselves in a position where we're putting this out on a regular basis, so that people tune into our website to check this out. And this production, in terms of a weekly video show, is all done at no cost to us. Our video camera is a standard video camera that most people have for home movies or what have you. What you see right now in front of you is a storyboard for Windows Movie Maker, which came on my computer, another thing that we picked up for free. On the left side, you see all the cool things that you could do. You could just pause it just to check out to see some of the options on this thing. You put in your titles, you put in your video, you can put in photos or what have you, and create your video. The video work, as you can see on the left-hand side, once you put your stuff in, is a little memory box on the left-hand side that has your photos and videos committed to memory, so that if you want to do like a yearly review or what have you, at the end of the year you have all your stuff already preloaded on there, so it doesn't take you forever to constantly download them to the program to use. So that's a pretty cool feature. On the bottom, I said I'm not going to go too much into it, because putting in video, a lot of people, I'll give you some ideas a little bit later on, but let your creative juices go or what have you. What I like to do is I have storyboards that are in the middle. As you see, there's photos that are essential to our weekly show that we use fairly often, and we mix them in with a couple of new ones, so we're not staying up 3, 4, 5 hours to try to create graphics for each and every show. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So once we post a basic storyboard up that we could use week in and week out, it makes it a lot easier for us, so our typical show can be produced in literally between 25 and 30 minutes, and for that you get a brand new video clip up on the website. You could put it download it to YouTube. Once you put it on YouTube, you could send the link anywhere, and your video box will pop up, and people will think that you spent a ton of money on your video work. Back to our original graphic. Once again, we just want to talk about pricing this thing. On the right side, you see the video work. Once that you put the files from the video camera onto the computer, they may not be accessible from Movies Maker. So this particular program that you see in the middle, the Studio Manager program, converts your video from your camera to be able to use it on the Windows Movie Maker. That's another free program that you can Google search, download, put it on your computer. It also does cool stuff like takes DVD and puts it on in an AVI file. It converts it from one file to another, so you could use it in your Movie Maker program. So if you have some old DVDs or what have you that you want to put on there, you can put it on there, put it into your database, and work with it in that. Once again, Windows Movie Maker, as you see at the bottom, is another free program that is an editing program. Once you save it as an AVI file on your computer, download that directly to YouTube, and then you can post it, whether it be on the forum, on your own website, or what have you. It's very, very simple to do and very, very low cost. All these programs, as you see across the board, are no-cost programs, usually on a computer. There may be variations, but there usually is some type of movie editing program, some type of digital photograph editor or what have you that you can save to a PNG file and be able to have a pretty good quality photo to put on your website or what have you. But these tools are gonna enable you to change up the face of your organization, which is the website, so that people are more inclined to check in on a daily basis as opposed to a weekly basis. And when you're talking about semi-pro football, it's something that is very important, because most of the people that follow your team are not going to be at the games. So this will give you an idea of some of the video work that we do for Gridiron Elite Films, for Spartan TV or what have you. We're even producing the 5-Star Football League weekly show. It's just about, once again, keeping raising the bar and keeping a high quality product on and off the field. And the more that you get exposure for everybody, the better. So hope this was helpful, and for next time we'll give you some more information. We'll go into a little bit more detail to help you guys out.